Please.
Hello, this is Yanis Varoufakis with a message to solidarity and some information as well, if I may. A few days ago, on the 9th of February in Berlin, some of us got together with a rather utopian idea of putting together the foundations of a democracy in Europe movement. This is what we call it, DEAM. An attempt to bring people together from all walks of life throughout Europe for the joint purpose of democratizing the institutions of the European Union, on the belief and the conviction that either the EU will be democratized or it will disintegrate with terrible costs for the Irish, for the Greeks, for the French, for the Germans, for everyone. Now, today, I believe you're getting together to do the same tonight, to work fiercely and with determination and humour to put the peoples back in democracy in Ireland, to contest the general election in the way that the Irish people deserve. The Irish people are facing a stark choice in this general election. The general election will either condone and legitimise the Irish people's violation at the hands of an unscrupulous local regime and a brutal European central bank, or the general election will repudiate and condemn those that violate the Irish people. Your unscrupulous government did what oligarchs love doing. They blamed the victims, just like cowardly bullies. And Kenny said that Irish people went mad with borrowing. Really? We know what happened. A small band of Irish and international bankers, developers and politicians built up a gargantuan debt. But then you, the victims, were faced to take on. Today, throughout the European Union, Ireland is portrayed as a model of successful austerity. Well, you know better than that. And I don't need to impress upon you that this is possibly the largest lie of the last decades. It's a kind of insult that despots like to add to the injury of the people that they injured. After years of austerity in Ireland, those who have emigrated to the four corners of the earth, the Irish, that began the process of Irish migration yet again, they have no real jobs to come back to in Ireland, you know this. The usual victims are continuing to languish in a slow burning depression. A new unsustainable bubble is inflated around Dublin, and the corporations do that which the corporations do. They use your beautiful country to beggar your neighbours without benefiting you, the people of Ireland. Remember how Mike Noonan promised the Irish people to fight for debt relief? He got elected on that platform. I can assure you he did not fight for debt relief for you. Instead, he fought tooth and nail when he was sitting in the Eurogroup next to me. We were actually physically sitting next to each other. He fought to ensure that the Greek people would not get debt relief. Why? Just to make sure that he would not be taken to task for not securing debt relief for the Irish people as he had promised. We need the Greek government that were elected last year about this time. We failed to punish such frightening behavior. We tried. We fought. But as you know, we were crushed. We closed down our banks in order to crush us. Now, you have a chance. It is up to you to send Mr. Noonan packing, like the Spanish and Portuguese voters did, sent their Noonans packing in the last few weeks. Our struggle for the Greek people, I can assure you this, was also a struggle for the Irish people. For if our moderate, reasoned proposals, you know, the ones that they were claiming we didn't have, if our moderate, reasoned proposals had prevailed, Greece would now be recovering already. And a template would have been created for an Irish debt destruction, for the end of austerity in Dublin and in Cork, for the beginning of a new dawn for your country. But this is what we fear the most, our success and its capacity to energize you, the Spaniards, the Portuguese, the Italians, the French, even the Germans were suffering under low wages and many jobs, insecure labour markets. Your Minister of Public Expenditure, Brendan Howland, in his budget speech, I believe, had the audacity to say, "Who dares speak of Syriza now?" See, this is why they crushed us. They crushed us to crush your spirit, to lie in your faces and still get re-elected on the platform and the campaign of fear. I trust and hope that on the day of your general election, the people of Ireland will crush the hopes of their unscrupulous establishment. You will not crush your own spirit. It is crucial for all of Europe that this is what happens. But beyond that, friends, we need to bind ourselves together. We need to band together. Irishmen and women, together with Greeks, Spanish, Italians, Germans, French, Slovaks, all of us. From every nook and every kind of Europe, Democrats must rise up to do something without which our national governments, even if we have progressive ones, without which they cannot function. And what's this thing that we need? A restoration of democratic control over the European Union institutions, over the European Settlement, the European Commission, the European Stability Mechanism, and so on and so forth. We need to stick together in order to democratize the wholly anti-democratic institutions of the European Union. I don't call them insufficient democratic, I call them anti-democratic because they have genuine contempt for democracy. This is part of the problem that our peoples are facing. So this is why I'm calling upon you to join our new reformed democracy in Europe movement. Remember the old but ever so pertinent and apt slogan of the trade union movement? Divided we fall, united we stand. Well, now this applies to Europe as a whole. So, enjoy the day, work towards an electoral condemnation of those who violated the Irish people, as well as other peoples like the Greeks, and join us in the aim to democratize Europe together. Seize the day, comradely greetings, brothers.